Okay, I hope you can hear me okay. We're out in the shop. I'm going to give you a shot of the welding cart here in just a second. We are taking all the old casters off, cut the nuts off, flushed everything up. I'm going to add 2-inch square tubing all the way around the corner of the legs. I'll show you that here in a second. I'm going to add the new casters. Where the interior corner of the casters lie, I'm going to put another 2-inch square tube across from one caster to the next to support the weight of that inside corner. You'll see what I'm saying when I get there. But I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that's what we're doing today. Had to make a change on that. The 3/8 bolt that was on the other casters, these not strong enough to hold the weight of the cart. On some of these, you can see, here's a good example. So you can tell that this is slightly bent. This is what the weight, just the weight, empty weight, without drawers in the welding cart has done to these casters. So that was a faux pas on my part, bad call. Live and learn. This is why we make mistakes, so we know never to repeat that. These, however, are the new casters. These have the locking brake, which activates a pad. I don't know if you can see that in there. It actually pulls that down. These are very stout, very strong. There is a grease zerk fitting on here to supply grease to the bearings. This is a lifetime caster. Cast iron on the interior, polyurethane tread on the outside. That's about a 1/4 inch or so, I believe. More than enough. Gonna weld these straight onto the cart when I get the new frame around the bottom, and we're gonna go from there. So I have 2 rigid and 2 swivels. As to where I had 4 swivels on the other one, these are going to be 2 rigid. This is where it's going to stay stationary, and I'm going to steer it from the front side. The stationary, the rigid ones go on the back where the bottles sit, and I'll have the swivels up front. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to get busy on that, and I'll be right back. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is what we got going on. Like I explained before, I'm going to cut in between all the legs, and we're going to cut these, weld them in all the way around, and then what we're going to have is a place for the casters to sit. Once I get the casters into place, they're going to be sitting like so, or like this, either way. I'm going to have another bar run between these legs or these braces for the legs to cover these holes here out in the corner. It'll either run between here or it'll run front and back, which is probably what I will wind up doing. Let's see what we got. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, so that'll work. All right. We'll get these other ones cut, and we'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I have all 4 square tubes in place. Now we're going to bevel the edges all the way around so we can weld those. They're going to be welded up flush at the top, like so. So it creates a flush surface all the way around the bottom of the legs. That way I can use those to weld those in, make this nice, sturdy, safe platform for the welding cart to sit on. So I'm going to get busy and grind these down. Okay, I'm fixing to get on this pretty quick. We're going to go ahead and run around here and tack these in. and then I'm going to take a measurement for across where the casters fall into place, and then we're going to get that measurement. We'll tack that in as well. Then we'll come back and weld everything up. That way we can get on to welding the casters on, and then we throw some paint on it after it cools down, and we should be good to go. All right, appreciate it. We'll get busy on this. Okay, we're going to weld this little piece on here real quick. Turn this fan down where it's not making so much noise. Anyway, we're going to weld this in real fast and then cut it off the length. Deburr those ends, angle those, polish them up so I can get a good weld, and then we'll move to the next piece. May do the same thing to utilize the other cut off piece that I have, but I'm going to use that and then cut to length off the new piece that I have down here, so I'm not wasting a lot of material. So we're going to get moving on that real quick. Okay, we're going to get on this, grind that down a little bit, and move to the other piece. get the rest of the other two welded up already in that position. Then we'll come back and put these in. That way I'm not having those being pushed out because I'm forcing that in, or the heat forcing it out, or whatever. So we'll get those others welded up and we'll be back to this. Okay everybody, we're going to go ahead and get into welding this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and put this brace cross member in here. I'm going to finish welding these out as much as I can to hold them straight for when I put the braces across on both ends. I'm fixing to weld this other one in over here after I get this one into place. So we're going to get started on it. Let those cool a little bit and we'll come back to getting the rest of that done. Okay, everybody, getting the casters on. I've got a few tack welds on some of these around the corners, and I'm going to finish up putting on the front casters with the brakes on them. These were the rear ones. I wanted to get them lined up. Real important that when you put one on, you get it squared to the frame with the wheel. Then you measure off of this wheel to the inside of the other wheel and make sure that they're both square. Because these are rigid casters, if you have one, see, both of mine are 26 1/4 inside to inside, front and back. So if I had one of these off, it's going to constantly push on this wall. It's kind of like your car being out of alignment. It's going to wear these casters out a lot quicker. So it's best to have them at the same measurement so they don't wear so bad. Last you a whole lot longer that way. Anyway, we're going to finish welding up the front ones on here, come back and finish welding up the rear ones. So I'm going to get on that real quick. Okay, well, all the casters are on. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to let these cool down. I'm going to hit them with a wire brush. And I'm actually going to let this cool off, and then we'll come back and we'll do paint on another day. I'm going to wrap this up for today. My main goal was to get these casters on here so I can get this thing back up on its wheels and not have to worry about this again. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if you really appreciate what I'm doing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for me. That way I can continue to bring you content like this. Let me know what you'd like to see me do. I'm open to any suggestions and ideas. I'm constantly making something different all the time. So, appreciate you joining me. Thanks for tuning in today. And you guys be kind to one another. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you later.